open, transparent, and accountable government, first and foremost, because those, are like the very basic pillars of democracy. The citizens have the right to know what its government is doing on their behalf, and it should be on their behalf or to them. All right? There is no excuse that we were still hog-tying people up until last year. God forbid, whenever you talk about downtown, it's like the jewel and the heart and soul, but it shouldn't be that at the expense of everybody else. There are other, valid and great neighborhoods in town. You know who's done it well, who's done it really well? Lindley Park. Lindley Park is actually probably the best example of a little neighborhood that we have, where you can actually go and walk and get just about everything that you could need. I would love to take the Lindley Park approach, change some of the zoning requirements so it's not all single family, mix that, with a couple of like low triplexes or quadruplexes, and create other neighborhood and duplicate that. We're going to have to take all these workers to all these plants and to all the trainings, right? So our transportation needs to improve. And we need the basics. We need bus shelters. We need a place where, in Greensboro, it's not New York. You don't take the bus because it's cool. You take the bus because you have to. And it comes every hour or every half hour, and you're waiting out in the sun, or worse yet, out in the rain when it's 20 degrees outside. That's not human. That's not how you take care of your people. So when people tell you, oh, now, yeah, great bus shelters, they haven't done it. Why? Because they're afraid that the homeless may sit there. We don't have benches around town for people to rest. And yet our population is aging. Why? Because they're afraid that the homeless are going to use them. We don't have public toilets in certain areas. Why? Because they're afraid that something shady is going to happen in them. But at the same time, that's putting the burden on a lot of other entities like small businesses. Bus shelters in most of the civilized world have, 3 sides, couple solar panels on top where maybe you can charge your phone or you can generate some heat for when it's really cold. And on one side you have advertising, right? Double-sided, that rotates. So you sell that advertising. That advertising in turn, pays for the shelter. So it may be revenue neutral the year one, but pending that the shelters, are engineered so they don't need too much maintenance, it can actually generate revenue. And I am willing to bring in people that are smarter than me to the conversation, people that are expert, people that have done it better than us. And that I think is going to be where the true strength is going to reside. The willingness to change the players so that in turn we can change the game and make our community, better and be something that instead of us looking to Chattanooga or Greenville, I want people to look at us and be like, wow, what is Greensboro doing?